Hi everyone, a very good morning and welcome to today's live session by TalentSprint. So this is Gayatri here. I see Sugeta, Anjali, Geeta in the session. Hi all of you, good morning, welcome to the session. Hope you are enjoying your weekend. Today's session is a doubts clarification session, and in today's session I will be taking up questions which were posted as doubts by students in our discussion forum. So I'll be solving questions from quantitative ability and reasoning ability section in this doubts clarification session. Let's get started. More of you are joining. Hi Swati, hi Sandhya, good morning. Welcome to the session. Good morning Aravindan. Yes. So we'll get started. Let's look at the first question for the session. So we will follow the same method that we follow for all the classes. As the question appears on the screen, try to solve the questions, give me the answer, and then I'll start solving the questions. So just keep in mind that these questions that have been taken up for the session are questions which are posted by students. So some questions will not have options. You will have to bear with that. You have to solve and give me the answer. And one small request to students is that when you post questions in the forum, please give the options as well, right? Because in all these bank exams or SSC exams, you have the options given. So it is many times it is very easy to get the answers for the question by looking at the options. So please don't miss out on giving the options. When you have a doubt, please give us the options as well, so that it's easier for us to solve. Now, moving on, first question for the session is there on your screen. So this question was posted by Sachin. Hi Vidya, good morning. Hi Karthik, good morning. The question is on time and work. So try out this question and give me the answer. Tejas can complete as much work in 4 days as Aniket in 5 days. Ketan can complete as much work in 5 days as Tejas in 3 days. If Tejas takes 30 days to complete the work, in what time would Ketan complete the same work? Question posted by Sachin. So let's try it out. It's actually a very easy one, not much calculations also involved. You will get the answer very easily. So tell me what the answer is for this question. Tejas can complete as much work in 4 days as Aniket in 5 days. So first let us assume that Tejas is able to complete the work in T days, Aniket in A days, and Ketan in K days. Now what is given? So in 1 day, how much work will Tejas do? 1 by T of the work Tejas will do. In 1 day, how much work will Aniket do? 1 by A of the work. And in 1 day, Ketan will do 1 by K of the work. Now what is given here? Tejas can complete as much work in 4 days as Aniket in 5 days. So what is the work completed by Tejas in 4 days? 4 by T. In 1 day, Tejas is doing 1 by T of the work. So in 4 days, Tejas will do 4 by T of the work. This is equal to the amount of work completed by Aniket in 5 days. So whatever work Aniket is completing in 5 days is equal to the work done by Tejas in 4 days. So that is what the first statement means. Similarly, what does the second statement mean? Ketan can complete as much work in 5 days as Tejas in 3 days. So Ketan can complete as much work in 5 days as Tejas in 3 days. Correct? So 5 days Ketan will do 5 by K of the work, 3 days Tejas will do 3 by T of the work, and this is the same. Now it is also given that Tejas takes 30 days to complete the work, or the value of T is given as 30. So what is the question? In what time would Ketan complete the same work? Or I can say 5 by K is equal to 3 by 30, which is nothing but 1 by 10. Or what is 1 by K? 1 by K is 1 by 50. Or I can say in one day K is completing 1 by 50th of the work, or K will complete the same work in 50 days. The work that Tejas complete in 30 days, K will finish it in 50 days. Yes? So actually the first statement was not even required, right? You just needed to compare the work efficiency of K and T. That's all. See, from this statement, even without writing, you can say what the answer is. Ketan can complete as much work in 5 days as Tejas in 30 days. So, work done by Ketan in 5 days is equal to work done by Tejas in 3 days. Correct? So, the work done by Tejas in 30 days will be equal to the work done by Ketan in 50 days. Directly also you can get the answer. You don't even have to write the equation, but to have clarity, you can write it and solve. Okay, so the answer here will be 50 days. Yes, so Vidya and Swati have given me the correct answer. I hope it is clear for others as well. So let's move on to the next question. Hi Anil, hi Sai Manikanta, good morning. Welcome to the session. So the next question is posted by Chandrakant. Question on profit and loss. If the goods be purchased for rupees 450 and 1/3 be sold at a loss of 10%, at what gain percentage should the remainder be sold so as to gain 20% in the whole transaction? How will you solve this? Goods are purchased for 450. So the total cost is 450, and out of this 1/3 is sold at loss of 10%. So 1/3 of 450 is what? 150. So goods which are costing, actual cost price of the good is 150 and they are sold at a loss of 10%. Correct? So loss of 10% means what is the selling price here? It is sold at 90% of this cost, right? What is 10% of 150? 15. So this is sold at 150 minus 15, or it is sold at 135 rupees, which denotes the 10% loss. And how much is the remaining goods that we have? See, out of 450 rupees worth goods that were purchased, goods worth 150 were sold at 135. So remaining I have goods worth 300 rupees. Now what should be the selling price of this goods? That's what I have to find out. But net what should be happening? Goods worth 450, I will end up selling it for 20% gain. So 20% gain means what was my net selling price to get 20% gain? See, the total cost of the goods is 450 rupees. I have to sell this goods in such a whatever way that finally I should gain 20% on the whole transaction. So how much should I be selling it for? Goods worth 450 rupees should finally be sold for 450 plus 90. 10% of 450 is 45. 20% of 450 is 45 plus 45 or 90, correct? So 450 plus 90, or I should sell these goods totally for 540 rupees, correct? So the first 1/3 of the goods was sold at 135, totally all the goods put together was sold for 540. So what was the selling price of this goods, 2/3 of this good? It is nothing but 540 minus 135, correct? 540 minus 135, which is nothing but 405. So this is the selling price of the goods. See, 1/3 of the articles were sold for 135, the remaining 2/3 were sold for 405. Then only the net profit is 20%. Now what is the question? At what gain percentage should this be sold? So what is the gain percentage here? Cost price is 300, selling price is 405. So the profit is nothing but 105. So 105 divided by 300 into 100. This is the percentage that we are looking for. Or what is this percentage? It is nothing but 35%. So the remaining goods have to be sold at 35% profit. So 1/3 of the goods is sold at 10% loss. Okay, 2/3 of the good is sold at 35% profit, and net this results in a profit of 20%. Okay. So this is what is asked in the question. Is it clear to all of you? So Vidya has given the correct answer. Good. Swati, is it clear? See, 1/3 of the goods, that is goods worth 150 rupees, is sold at 10% loss, or it is sold at 135 rupees. Net goods worth 450 is sold at 20% profit, or it is sold at 540 rupees. So at what amount was this goods worth 300 sold? They were sold for 405 rupees. Now what is the profit by which this transaction has happened? Profit percentage. Goods worth 300 was sold at 405. Find out the profit percentage. That's all. Next. The next question was posted by Vidya. So Vidya, this was, I remember Vidya had asked me about this question some time back. So here is the question. I think I responded to this question in the forum as well, but then we will solve it in the class because it's a very good question. I thought a lot of you don't go through the forum and all, so it is better that we do it in class. So try this question. After 3 years, Bharat will be as old as Akash was when Bharat was 8 years old, and the ratio of ages of Akash and Bharat after 4 years will be 11:7. What is the average of their present ages? See, if you solve 1 or 2 questions of this type, then any such question comes, you will be able to understand the logic. So let's see how to approach this question. Any one of you able to solve it? Please tell me if you are able to solve, otherwise I will start solving it. Swati says the answer is 23. What is 23, Swati? The question is, what is the average? Okay, what is the average of their percentages? Yes. So, yes, the correct answer is 23. Very good. So good try, Swati. This is actually an easy question. The thing is, the way the question is framed makes us feel it is difficult. Anyway, let us start solving it. See, to understand this question very easily, one thing that you can think of it is like this. Okay, see, assume that I am 24 years old now. Okay, I am 24 years old now. So how many years ago was I 8 years old? Right? How many years ago was my age 8 years? 24 minus 8 years ago. Yeah, 24 minus 8 years ago, my age was 8 years old. Correct? Or I can say 16 years ago, I was 8 years old. So this is the only thing that you need to know, right? If you understand this concept, then solving the question is very, very easy. Okay, currently my age is 24 years. Now, when was I 8 years old? 24 minus 8 years ago, I was 8 years old, or I can say 16 years ago, my age was 8 years. Same logic works for any age, right? Currently I am 32 years old. When was I 9 years old? I was 32 minus 9 years ago, I was 9 years old, correct? So, just keep this in mind. Now read the question. What is given here? After 3 years, Bharat will be as old as Akash was when Bharat was 8 years old. And the ratio of ages of Akash and Bharat after 4 years will be 11:7. What is the average of their present ages? Okay, so let us assume that the present age of Akash and Bharat is A and B. Now this statement is very easy, right? Ratio of ages of Akash and Bharat after 4 years will be 11/7. This is very easy to frame this equation. Now read the first sentence. The confusing part is the first sentence. What is given? After 3 years, Bharat will be as old as Akash was when Bharat was 8 years old. So what is the present age of Bharat? Present age of Bharat is B. And when was Bharat 8 years old? B minus 8 years ago. Correct? B minus 8 years ago, Bharat was 8 years old. Now, what is the present age of Akash? Present age of Akash is A. So, what was Akash's age B minus 8 years ago? Akash's age B minus 8 years ago was A minus B minus 8. Now, the question says, after 3 years, Bharat will be as old as Akash was when Bharat was 8 years old. So, after 3 years, correct? Bharat's present age is B. After 3 years, the age of Bharat will be equal to the age of Akash B minus 8 years ago. So, B plus 3, that is equal to A minus B plus 8, right? So, you have now 2 equations, 2 unknowns, you can very easily solve. So, this is the logic that you have to use. Okay? Is it clear? So, this is how you interpret this statement. So, I think when you solve, so you have here, you have B plus 3 is equal to A minus B plus 8. This is one equation and this is the second equation. When you solve, I think you will get B is equal to 17 and A is equal to 29. So, the average of that will be 23. That you can solve it on your own. The difficult part of the question is to understand this line that is given there. So, your answer will be 23. Okay. So, Sai Manikanta says, ma'am, can you please explain the first statement once again? See, after 3 years, Bharat will be as old as Akash was when Bharat was 8 years old. So, after 3 years, what will be Bharat's age? It will be B plus 3. After 3 years, the age of Bharat is nothing but equal to the age of Akash when Bharat was 8 years old. Now, how many years ago was Bharat 8 years old? B minus 8 years ago, Bharat was 8 years old. So, what was Akash's age then? Current age of Akash is A. So many years ago, what was age of Akash? A minus B minus 8 or A minus B plus 8. This was the age of Akash then. Now, in 3 years, Bharat will become this age of Akash. That's all. Equate. Okay, I hope it is clear. So, the correct answer here will be 23. I am not doing the equation solving part, it is very easy. The part of the question that you need to understand, or I am sure you will have confusion, is this part, and I hope that is clear now. Very good question, Vidya. Thanks for posting it. I am sure it will be helpful for your friends as well. Moving on, next question. So, the next question is on syllogisms. So try it and give me the answer. So Swati has given us a method to go with the options. Yes, Swati, many times the method of going with options will also work, but the thing is that you need to know how to frame the equation also, right? Sometimes when such methods don't work, you will have to frame the equation and then only solve. So try this. This question is on syllogisms. So you have to find out which of the, there are no directions given. So I'm going to assume that the directions is you have to find out which of the conclusions definitely follow. The question was posted by Sony. So what is given here? All rocks are mountains. All rocks are mountains and no stone. So no stone is a mountain, and it is given all stones are cement. Okay, first conclusion. Some mountains which are rocks is also part of cement. So basically these mountains, right, whichever mountains are there here, these mountains are part of cement. Not necessarily true. Right? See, even though they have said here some mountains which are rocks, that just means they are referring to this set of mountains. Okay, they are not talking about rocks, they are just referring to this set of mountains. These mountains are cement. It needn't be true, right? These mountains can be cement, cannot be cement, we don't know. So this conclusion is not a definite conclusion, does not follow. No cement is rock. Again, no cement is rock. There can be some intersection between cement and rocks. Again, we are not sure of the same. So the second conclusion also does not follow. So the correct answer here will be neither follows. Yes, so Swati, Power Star, Geeta, Shri, Vidya, all of you have given me the correct answer. So the first conclusion basically says some mountains are cement. Here no cement is rock, both don't follow, so the answer will be neither follows. Next. Question by Pechi Ramalakshmi. The following questions are based on 5 3-letter words given below. 518, 728, 751, 285. If 1 is added to the smallest even number and 1 is subtracted from the highest odd number, which of the following will be obtained if the second digit of the higher number is subtracted from the second digit of the lowest number so formed? Give me the answer for this. What is given here? If 1 is added to the smallest even number, which is the smallest even number here? 518. Okay, so 518 is the smallest even number here. So 1 is added to the, I think it should be 3, it should not be 5 3-letter word, right? 5, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 3-digit numbers, right? First of all, the question should be, see, that's what, when you post questions, please check the source from which you are taking the questions. First, it has to be a reliable source. Many times such typo errors, when it comes while taking up the questions, we will also end up making mistakes. So try to get the questions from a good source, reliable source, right? Okay, now, so the following questions are based on 5 3-digit numbers as below. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, there are only 4 3-digit numbers here. There are no 5 3-digit numbers here. So anyway, let's solve. Basically, we understand what they are trying to say. So looks like some typo error here on top, based on 5 3-letter words. It's wrong, na? Whatever is given here. It has to be 4 3-digit numbers. Chalo, anyway, leave that part. If 1 is added to the smallest even number, which is the smallest even number? Smallest even number is 518. So 1 is added to the smallest even number will give me 519. And 1 is subtracted from the highest odd number. Which is the highest odd number here? 751. 1 is subtracted from the highest odd number. So I will have 750. Which of the following will be obtained if the second digit of the higher number is subtracted from the second digit of the lower number so formed? Okay, second digit of the higher number and second digit of the lower number. So I just have to do 5 minus 1, which is equal to 4. Based on what is given here, this is the answer that you will get. Again, as I said, when you post questions, please post the questions correctly so that we are also able to solve it correctly in class. This has to be the answer based on what is given here. So Aparna, Swati, Vidya have given me the answer as 4. That is correct. Geeta and Power Star, you have given me the answer as 3. Is it clear? Based on what is given here, I think this is how we should be going about the question. Yeah, the question is not very clear, but it was posted by Pechi Ramalakshmi. So we are hoping next time she posts the question, she will post the complete question. See, they are asking, Power Star here, they are asking if 1 is added to the smallest even number. Which is the smallest even number? 518. And 1 is subtracted from the highest odd number. Highest odd number is 751. Which of the following will be obtained if the second digit of the higher number so formed? So they should, I have taken it, they are talking about these two numbers only, and that's how we have calculated. Next one. Now this question was posted by Sony. A survey of 300 respondents showed that 135 of them read Business India, 125 read Business Today, and 115 read Business World. Further, 42 of the respondents read Business India and Business Today, 48 read Business Today and Business World, 43 read Business India and Business World, and 30 of the respondents read all the 3 magazines. How many respondents read Business India or Business World? What will be the answer here? Vijay says the answer is 175. Let's try solving. Navya, Hi Navya, I am seeing your name for the first time. So welcome to the session. For the previous question, Navya has given the answer as 4. So let us look at how to solve this question. There are 300 people. So let us first draw a Venn diagram, because there are a lot of sets involved, right? It's always easier to represent such questions in terms of Venn diagrams. Totally there are 300 people. Some of them read Business India. Some of them read Business Today, and some of them read Business World. Now 135 of them read Business India. So this set total is 135. 125, this set total is 125, they read Business Today, and 115 read Business World. Further, 42 of the respondents read Business India and Business Today, and 48 read Business Today and Business World, 43 read Business India and Business World, and 30 of them read all the 3 magazines. So what will come here? Here it will be 30. 30 read all 3. Now it is given. Now let us look at the information that we have not used. Sneha says the screen is not clear. Sneha, try to improve your resolution. It should be clear to you. Okay. Now what is given? 42 read Business India and Business Today. 42 read Business India and Business Today. So this intersection is 42. Out of this 42, 30 read all 3. So how many people read only Business India and Business Today? 12. Correct? 12 plus 30 is 42. Now 48 read Business Today and Business World. So 48 read Business Today and Business World means this full intersection, right? That is 48. Out of this 48, 30 are reading all 3. So how many will read only Business Today and Business World? 18. Similarly, here this full thing is 43, out of which 30 read all 3, correct? So how many will read only Business India and Business World? It will be 13. Okay. Now, once you have got this, how many people will read only Business World? Only Business World will be, see this full set is 115. So 115 minus 30 plus 13 plus 18. This will give me how many people are reading only this part. Correct? Only Business World. So how many people is that? That is nothing but 115 minus 61, which is nothing but 54. So there are 54 people who read only Business World. Similarly, how many people read only Business India? See, 13 plus 12 is 25. 25 plus 30 is 55. So 135 minus 55. So many people will read only Business India, or that is 80. 80 people will read only Business India. Now what is the question? The question is how many respondents read Business India or Business World. So we have to take a respondent. He should read Business India or he should read Business World. Any one paper at least he has to read. So he can also read both the papers. That we are not bothered. He should read any one of these papers at least. So what is the answer that we should look at here? 80 plus 12 plus just this whatever I have shaded now, whatever is the values there, just add all that. 18 plus 54. That should be the answer that you are looking for. Yes, or the other way to do it is, yeah, this is the easier way to do it, but otherwise, Power Star, yes, you have to, Power Star says we can detect people reading only Business Today from 300. Yes, that's also possible, but remember that in such questions there shouldn't be a case of people who don't read any of the 3 papers. If that is there, or if there are some people who are not reading any of the 3 papers, you have to include them also. Just keep that in mind. So this is the answer that you are looking for. What will you get the answer here when you solve this? You will get the answer as 207. So the answer here for the question is option 3, 207. See, 80 plus 30 plus 30, that is 110 plus 30, 140 plus 54, which is 194 plus 13, 207. So 207 is your answer, that is option 3. Next one. The next question is posted by Kala. Again a question on syllogisms. So again here directions are not given, so let's assume that the question is asking us about which of the options follow or which of the conclusions follow. So try this and give me the answer. So let's draw the basic diagram for this given information. What is given? All squares are cones. All squares are cones. Some squares are angles. Let's draw it like this with minimum overlapping, right? Let this be squares, and some squares are angles. Some angles are circles. So some angles are circles, and some triangles are not angles. So there is a set called as triangles, and between the set angle and triangle, some triangles, right? This set of triangles are not angles, they are disjoint. This part of the set is disjoint. Okay, sorry, some no, not like that. Yeah, some triangles are not angles. Okay, then now let us look at the options that is given. First option says some squares not being triangles is not a possibility. So some squares are not triangles. Let us see that some squares are not triangles. Is that a possibility? Some squares are here, triangles are here, right? Some squares are not triangles. That's definitely a possibility, correct? Some squares, might be these squares are not triangles, right? What is given here? The first option says some squares not being triangles is not possible at all, right? So this can never happen, right? That's what they are saying. Some squares are not triangles, cannot happen at all. But some squares are not triangles, can happen, correct? Some squares, see, this first option, how you interpret is some squares are not triangles, correct? So this here it is saying some squares are not triangles is not a possibility. Okay, now just check if some squares are not triangles is a possibility. Can this happen? Can this happen? Yes, might be these set of squares are not triangles, right? This can happen. This is a valid possibility. It is not violating any other condition. So I cannot say for sure that this can never happen. So this option does not follow. All triangles can be cones. All triangles can be cones. Yes, this full set triangle can come under the set cone. Can be means it shows again a possibility. Yes, that is possible, correct? It is a possibility. So this follows. At least some cones are angles. Yes, definitely some cones are angles. These cones are definitely angles. At least some. All this refer to some. Some cones are angles. Definite. That's a definite conclusion. Some cones can be circles. Yes, some cones can be circles. See, can be means again that's a possibility. There can be some intersection between cones and circles. So this also follows. All cones can be squares. Yes, all cones can be squares. See, what I know is that all squares are cones, but the set cones and squares, na, they can also be just one set. The same set can be cone and the same set can be square, right? So all cones can be squares too. So the option 5 also follows. So what is the correct answer here? Except option 1, all the other options follow, right? So 2, 3, 4 and 5, all of these will follow. See, they are not saying, some of you are giving me the answer as 2, 3, 4 and not 5. All cones can be square. So all cones being square is a possibility, correct? The square set and the cone set, they can be the same set. That is possible. So the correct answer here will be 2, 3, 4 and 5 follow. I hope it's clear. Moving on to the, so this was posted by Kala. Kala, I hope it's clear for you now. Moving on to the next question. The next question was posted by Pechi Ramalakshmi. This is on directions. So try this. Ashish leaves his house at 20 minutes to 7 in the morning, reaches Kunal's house in 25 minutes. They finish their breakfast in another 15 minutes and leave for their office, which takes another 35 minutes. At what time do they leave Kunal's house to reach their office? Ashish leaves his house 20 minutes to 7. So 20 minutes to 7 means what time is Ashish leaving his house? He is leaving his house at 6:40, correct? 20 minutes to 7 means 20 minutes before 7 o'clock. Then he is leaving at 6:40 and he reaches Kunal's house in 25 minutes. So what time does Ashish reach Kunal's house? Ashish reaches Kunal's house in 25 minutes. So 25 minutes after 6:40 is he is reaching Kunal's house at 7:05. Now, what are they doing? They are having breakfast in another 15 minutes. So what time do they finish breakfast? They finish breakfast in 15 minutes. So 7:05 plus 15 minutes, that is nothing but 7:20. And they are leaving for office at 7:20. So 7:20 they are leaving for office. And they are taking 35 minutes to reach. Now what is the question? At what time do they leave Kunal's house to reach the office? They are leaving the Kunal's house at 7:20, that's all. No need to write all this, I am just writing for the sake of explanation. The answer here will be 7:20. Option B. Vijay, option E is the time when they will reach the office. Correct? At what time do they reach the office? If that was the question, then might be again that will be plus 35, which will be 7:55. So here they are asking us the time. At what time do they leave Kunal's house? They are leaving Kunal's house at 7:20. See, it's a very easy question. Don't make mistake. They are not asking you when they are reaching the office. If the question was when they are reaching the office, then the answer is 7:55. But they are asking at what time do they leave Kunal's house to reach the office. So they are leaving at 7:20 to the office. Next. So this question was posted by BK. Again a question on time and work. So read this question, try to solve it and give me the answer. Again this is a very good question. Anna, Ben and Senna are friends. Anna and Ben are twins. Ben takes 2 days more than Senna. Okay. B takes 2 days more than C to complete the work. If A started the work and 3 days later B joins him, then the work gets completed in 3 more days. Working together, A, B and C can complete thrice the original work in 6 days. In how many days can B complete twice the original work with double the efficiency of working alone? So try this question. Take the next 1 or 2 minutes, try it and give me the answer. I want all of you to try this. It's a very good question. Try it and give me the answer. Yes, any of you got the answer for this question? So how will you go about solving this question? Let's see. I have not got answers any. I have not got any answers till now. None of you got the answer? Is it that difficult? Okay, anyway, I will try it out. What is given? Anna, Ben, and okay, A, B and C are friends. Now, let me assume that A will do the work in A days. Okay, B will do the work alone. If B is working alone, B will finish the work in B days, and if C is working alone, C will do the work in C days. Okay, Swati has given the answer. Swati says the answer is 5. Let's see if your answer is correct, Swati. Anyway, good that you have tried the question. So, I am just assuming that A, B and C, they will finish the work respectively in A, B and C days if they are working alone. So, what is the work done by A in one day? 1 by A. What is the work done by B in one day? 1 by B. And what is the work done by C in one day? 1 by C. Now, Ben takes 2 days more than C to complete the work. Okay. So, and it is, okay, let us leave that for now. Next it says, if Anne started the work and 3 days later Ben is joining him, the work gets completed in 3 days more. So basically, if Anne is working for 3 days and then again for 3 days Anne and Ben are together working, the work is completed in, or totally in 6 days now the work is completed. Out of the 6 days, right, A has worked for all the 6 days. So, A has worked for all the 6 days and B has worked only for 3 days. When this is happening, the total work is completed. Or I can say work done by A in 6 days plus work done by B for 3 days. Put together, that will be the total work. Okay, A first worked alone for 3 days, then A worked for 3 days with B. So that's how I am writing this equation. 6 by A plus 3 by B is equal to 1. And then what are they saying? Working together, Anne, Ben and Sen can complete thrice the original work in 6 days. So working together means in one day how much work will they complete? 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. Working together, they will complete thrice the original work in 6 days. So thrice the original work is completed in 6 days means the work that we are looking for, correct, that will actually be completed in 2 days, or in 1 day they will finish half of the work. In 1 day they will finish half of the work, in 2 days they will finish the full work, or in 6 days they will finish thrice the actual work that we are looking for. Or I can just say 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C is equal to 1 by 2. So these are the two equations that I have. Now what is the question? I have to find out number of days B will take to finish the work. Now here there was one more information that is given. It says that Ben takes 2 days more than Sen to complete the work. Or I can say, see, Ben is taking 2 days more than Sen to complete the work, or I can say Sen is taking 2 days less than Ben, right? Or see, B is equal to C plus 2, or I can say C is equal to B minus 2. Correct? See, any one, you have to basically bring it to any one variable so that you are able to solve the equations. So, what am I doing here? I am taking here that Sen is able to do the work 2 days before B. B is taking B days means Sen will finish the work in B minus 2 days. So, what are the equations that I have now? I have 6 by A plus 3 by B is equal to 1, or and I have here put it in terms of B and then try, because anyway I have to find out B na, so that's why I am converting it in terms of B. 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by B minus 2, that is equal to 1 by 2. Now here what is the equation that I have? Solve for these two, you will get the answer, that's all. See, here you can take this out, right? You can take it as 3 into, this will be 2 by A plus 1 by B, that is equal to 1, or 2 by A plus 1 by B, which will be equal to 1 by 3, or I can say 2 by A, which is equal to, see, I am basically trying to bring everything in terms of one variable. You can do it anyway, 1 by 3 minus 1 by B, or I can say 1 by A. What is 1 by A in that case? 1 by A will be 1 by 6 minus 1 by 2B. I am just making that 2 by A into 1 by A, right, by bringing that 2 down. So put this in terms of B here and then solve, that's all. So you will have here 1 by 6 minus 1 by 2b plus 1 by b plus 1 by b minus 2 is equal to 1 by 2. Solve here for b. Here this will become 1 by 2b, correct? This will become 1 by 2b, and so you will have 1 by 2b plus 1 by b minus 2, which will be equal to, take this to the other side, 1 by 3. Solve here. Take the LCM, solve. What will be the value of b that you get? Give me the answer. I'll just write out here. B is there, no? 4b, or I can say 2b squared minus 13b plus 6 is equal to 0. So product of two numbers is 12, sum is 13, and the two numbers that we are looking for, the roots has to be 12 and 1 by 2 by 2. So what could be the number of days? See, I have to find out the value of b. So when I'm getting a quadratic equation here. So when I solve the quadratic equation, I get b as either 6 or 1 by 2. So obviously it has to be 6. B cannot finish the work in half days, correct? So that cannot be the right answer option, because obviously you know at least b is taking 3 days. He is working with a to help a to finish the work. So the answer cannot be half. So the answer has to be 6. So what do we get here on solving this? We get b is equal to 6, or I can say b can complete the work in 6 days if he is working alone. Now what is the question? In how many days can b complete twice the original work with double the efficiency? So if b's efficiency is doubled, b can finish the actual work in 3 days. Now b has to finish twice the original work. So again, how many days will b take to finish twice the original work with double efficiency? 6 days. So what should be your answer here? Your answer here will be 6 days. This is the answer that we are looking for. Okay. See, I hope it is clear. This part is a bit calculative. There are some calculations involved here, but based on what is given, this is how we go about solving the question. How do we do it? See, I know 6 by a plus 3 by b is 1. Then I know 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 1 by c is 1 by 2. And I also know the relationship between c and b. So I tried to express everything in terms of b and solve for b. So that's what I have done. And I get the answer as 6 days. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear? Why is there so much silence? Shall I move on to the next question? Yes. So the answer will be 6 days. Some of you gave me the answer as 5 days. Just check. The answer should be 6 days. Yes. Now moving on to the next question. This question was posted by Kala. These are questions based on the following information. A building has 6 floors from 1 to 6. There are movie theaters A, B, C, D, E and F occupy the 6 floors, not necessarily in the same order, with only one theater to a floor, and some information is given. So based on this, there will be questions that follow. So let us read the information, try to get a possible arrangement of the theaters and how you can keep them in the floors, and then we will go about solving the questions. Okay. So take the next 1 or 2 minutes, try to read the given information and then try to get the arrangement. Yes. So let us start. So some of you have started giving me the answers. What is given here? A building, okay, let us go to the next slide. A building has 6 floors, referred to as floors from 1 to 6, bottom to top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 movie theatres which are occupying the 6 floors, not necessarily in the same order, with only one theatre to a floor. The number of floors between C and B is same as that of between B and A. A is on the 5th floor. So A is on the 5th floor. Let us fix A first. Okay, I am fixing A, and the number of floors between C and B is same as that of B and A. So where can I fix C and B? See, one possibility is, if I can't put C here and B here, correct? Because the number of floors between C and B should be same as between B and A. So where can I place C and B? See, either, if I put again, can I put B and C here like this? Number of floors between A and B is same as that between B and A. That's correct. Correct? B and C, B and A. Now can I put like this, CB? I can't put, right? Number of floors B and C, B and A. No, it's different. So this is one possibility. B can be here and C can be here. So the number of floors between C and B will be same as that between B and A. This is one possibility. Now what is another possibility? See, A can be, this is one possibility. A can be here, B can be here and C can be here. So there is one floor between B and C and one floor between B and A. Correct? Two possibilities. Now let us first try out these possibilities and see what will be the arrangement. And after this, what are they saying? They are saying that E and F are not on consecutive floors. F is on a higher floor than D. That's all is given. Right? So F is on a higher floor than D. So this can be F and this can be D. One possibility. F can be here, this can be D, and E and F are not adjacent. So F and D cannot come here. So this can be E. That is one possibility. Again with the same case, there can be, what other possibility can be there? So if I put E here, correct, this cannot be F. Obviously this has to be D and this can be F. That is a second possibility. Okay. Now what else can come? Let me just move this to the other side because we have not even started that. So see, first I am considering the case where A, B, C are there together. Right? See, when we started the arrangement, either A, B, C was consecutive like this, or there was one floor after A, then B and then C. I have not come to this possibility at all yet. I am just trying out the various multiple possibilities that can arise from this. Okay. So this is the first case, this is the second case, or the third way can be A, B, C can be like this, and can this be F? No, F cannot come here because it is given that F is on a higher floor than D. So this can be E, this can be D and this can be F. So sorry, these are the three possibilities that I am getting when I am trying to arrange A, B, C in one order. Any other possibilities which can be done? See, D can be in the bottom, two cases were there. Then I put E in the bottom. If I put E in the bottom, F and D have to be like this only, and F can never come in the bottom because they have given F has to be on top of D. So F cannot be on the first floor. So these are the three possible cases that come. Now let us try this case where A is here, B is here and C is here. Now how will we place the remaining people? Right? See, one possibility is put D here, put F here, put E here. Right? Again, another possibility is put D here, put F here, put E here. Okay? Or what other possibility is there? Again, D and D can be interchanged as well, right? F can be still on top, this can be E and this can be D. Correct? That is another possibility. So how many possibilities have we got here? 3 possibilities, that's all. Not more than this. Okay? So totally there are 6 possibilities. Yes, Sugeta, correctly. Totally you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibilities are there. So basically I am trying to write down as many possibilities as possible. Okay. Now let us look at the questions that follow. What is the first question? Which of the following is or are true? B must either be on 3rd or 4th floor. F must either be on 4 or 5. F must either be on 1 or 2. Okay, so first option says B must either be on floor 3 or floor 4. So if you see here, B is in floor 4, here B is in floor 3. So the first option seems to follow. So this is correct. F is either on 4 or 5. Is that always true? See here F is in 2, correct, and F is here in 6. So that needn't be true always. This needn't be true always. Similarly, F must either be in 1 or 2. Again, not true. We just saw that F was there in 6th floor in one of the options, correct? F is here in the 6th floor. So which will be your correct answer for the first question? Only 1. B must either be in floor 3 or floor 4. Okay, so the correct answer for the first question will be only 1. Next question. B and C live on adjacent floor. In that case, who will live in the topmost floor? So if B and C are living on adjacent floor, B and C are living on adjacent floor, this is the cases, right? Who will be living in the top floor? Either it can be E or it can be F. So either it can be E or F. So E or F. So the answer will be either 1 or 2. Next one. How many persons live between D and C if B lives below D? How many persons live between D and C if B is living below D? Where is B living below D? Here. This is the only case where B is living below D. How many persons live between D and C? In that case, there are 2 people living between D and C. So the answer here will be 2. On which floor does B live if E lives on an odd numbered floor? On which floor does B live if E lives on an odd numbered floor? E is on an odd numbered floor only here. Everywhere else E is on an even numbered floor. So in this case, where is B living? B is living in the 4th floor. Sorry, 1 or, okay, here the correct answer is 1 or 3, not 1 or 2. F and this 2, right? 1 or 3. Thanks Vidya for pointing that out. I marked it wrong. Here the answer will be F or E, so it has to be 1 or 3, not 1 or 2. Here on which floor does B live if E is on odd numbered floor? So if E is in the 1st floor, B was in the 4th floor. Option 4. Yes, everybody is getting the answer, are these answers correctly? Last one. How many persons live above C if F lives on the 6th floor? How many persons live above C if F lives on the 6th floor? So where is F? Here F is on the 6th floor. Here also F is on the 6th floor. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 people living above C. But here also F is on the 6th floor. In this case, there are only 2 people above C. So basically for this question, can you find out the answer? There are too many options, right? Too many possibilities. So if they ask how many people can live above C if F lives on the 6th floor, it can be either 4 or 2. So basically you can't say what the answer is. So the answer will be option 5, can't be determined. Yes, cannot be determined. Yes, Vidya, that's correct. Cannot be determined is your answer. So let's move forward. See, this question was actually a very easy one, right? The only thing that you can end up making mistake is you might miss out on writing all the possibilities. Remember, you have to write down all the possibilities. If you don't write down, if you write only 4 possibilities, miss 2 possibilities or miss 1 possibility, then you might go wrong with the answers. Now, moving on, the next question. The next question was posted by Piyush. So let us try out this question. This is a very complex question. So again, in the examination, if such questions come, I think the better choice will be to just skip such questions and not even attempt it in the examination, because here they are talking about 16 people, right? Circular arrangement with 16 people who are seated on 8 sofas which are arranged around a circular table. There were 2 persons on each sofa. So 16 people, again there are sofas in which they are sitting, and 2 of them are sitting in one sofa and some information is given. You have to try to get the arrangement. But these are good questions to practice, because the more complex questions you practice, the more easier it will be for you to solve questions in the examination. So try out this question and see if you are able to solve it. Take the next 2 or 3 minutes, try the question, tell me if you are able to get the arrangement, and then we will start solving it. Yes, any answers? Anybody could solve this? It's been quite some time, so nobody is talking. Are you all busy solving? Is that why there is no response, or are you all stuck? Anybody got the arrangement? Shall I start solving? If you are not able to solve, I will start solving. Trying. So Vidya says trying. Okay, try. So I think I'll move on to the next slide. Those of you who are still trying, you can continue trying with this slide. I will slowly start solving the question because it's already a lengthy one. Looks like that, the way the question is. So I will start solving. If you are solving the question, please continue trying. So what is given here? 16 persons are there sitting around 8 sofas which are arranged around a circular table. There were 2 persons on every sofa, and the persons were seated facing inside the center. Okay, everybody is facing inside. Then what is given? Z is third to the left of O. O and K are seated at a gap of 1 person. W is to the immediate left of M. Okay, so let us just start by drawing a circle. You will need quite a big circle also, because you have to accommodate 16 people here. Anyway, let's. So, okay, I'm going to start with that. We need a starting point. See, the starting point is always the most important thing for a question. If you don't get the right starting point for such questions, we will end up wasting a lot of time, and we will not get the arrangement also. So there are 2 things mentioned here. Z is third to the left of O. O and K are seated with a gap of 1 person. W is to the immediate left of M, and here it is given W was second to the right of Y. So either we can start with Z and O, correct? But when we start with Z and O, the next statement says O and K are seated with a gap of 1 person. Again, K can be in 2 different places. Immediately that is giving rise to 2 possibilities. So to be on the safer side, I am going to try with this. Okay, this is going to be my starting point. W is to the immediate left of M. Yes. So W is to the immediate left of M. So if I take this to W, this to be W, this is going to be M, because everybody is facing inwards. W is to the W is to the immediate left of M, means if this is M, right, immediate left of M will be W. Everybody is facing inwards. Okay, W is to the immediate left of M. Okay, I am starting there with that point. W is, yeah, immediate left of M. Then next what are they saying? They are saying that W was second to the right of Y. So W was second to the right of Y means which will be Y? There is one person here, one person here. So W is second to the right of Y. So this can be Y. Yes. This is where we are going to start. Then what else is given? Y is neighboring I's and O's sofa, and I and O are on different sofas. So Y is neighboring Y's sofa and I's sofa. So basically Y is sitting with one person and Y is sitting with somebody in a sofa, and on one side you will have I, on the other side you will have O. Now we don't know which side who will be. So if I assume, okay, if I assume Y is sitting with this person, right? See this person and Y, if I assume that both of them are sitting in a sofa, who is this neighbor of Y? It is going to be W and M. But very clearly I know one neighbor of Y has to have I and one neighbor of Y should be O. So what does that clearly mean? That clearly means that Y cannot be sitting with this person. So whom should Y sit with? Y should sit with, there is one more person here. So these two people should be in one sofa, correct? Because like I said, if Y was with this person, one neighbor of Y will be W and M, which is not possible. One neighbor has to be I or it has to be O. So this is one neighbor. So this is one set. So Y has to sit with this person, and so these two people will be sitting together, and here there will be two people, they will be sitting together. So this is what we have got till now. Now next what is said? So let us try to put now one of the neighbors has to be O. So this can either be O or this has to be I. Again we have to fix that. So let me try to put O here. Yes, if I put O here, what will happen? I and O are on different sofas. W is second to the right of Y. Then it is said there is one person between O and K are seated with a gap of one person. So if this is O, this will be K, right? If this is O, this will be K, and then they are saying that Z, right? See, O and K are seated with a gap of one person, so I used that. If this was O, then I put this as K. Then it is said Z was third to the left of O. So this is O means 1, 2, 3. This will be Z. But remember, they have mentioned one statement here that Z and Y are neither on the same sofa or nor on neighboring sofas. So if I put O here, what happens is Z will be on one of the neighboring sofas of Y, which is not possible. So I have to remove O from here. So O cannot come here. So if O is not here, then who should be here? This has to be I. If this is not O, it has to be I. Okay, so this is I. I have fixed I there. Now, so if this is Y, this is Y, this is I. So O has to be here. In this sofa, O has to come. Again, I don't know which is O. Either this can be O or this can be O. Again, I will have two cases there. Based on which is O, I will have a place for Z. So at this point, I am going to try and draw two diagrams, right? Or let us just use with the same diagram. So I am going to think this is going to be O. So if this is going to be O, which will be my Z? Z is third to the left of O. So 1, 2, 3. This will be Z. And next what is said? K. O and K are seated with a gap of one person. So this will be obviously be K, because K cannot come on this side. This is obviously Y, and so this will be Z and this will be K. Then what else can be done? Let us try out the other case also simultaneously, okay, so that we don't go wrong. See, trying this in the examination I think is of no use, because it is just a waste of time. Too many information involved, right? I don't know, I leave it to you. If you find it easy, you can. So in this case, I put O here. Now I am going to put O here. Okay, if O was here, Z is third to the where is it given? Z is third, it was third to the left of O. So 1, 2, this is Z. So here again 2 people are there. Z is with somebody else, and then in this case again K can come here or K can come here. Again you have 2 possibilities for this case, either K can be here or K can be here. We have to try out both the possibilities. Let's wait for that. Let us try the, yes, it is having too many possibilities. It is very difficult to try it out in the examination, so no point in wasting your time in such question. Then Z and K, then what have they said? N and U are on the same sofa and there were 2 persons between M and U. So 2 people between M and U means it cannot be on this side. So 1, 2, this has to be U. 2 people between M and U, and I know N and U are on the same sofa. Obviously these 2 are going to be on the same sofa, though this is going to be N. So how many sofas have we done till now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are only 2 more sofas here to be filled in this case. Okay, there are only 2 more sofas to be filled here. Now when I am going to fill these 2 sofas, who are the people I am left with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now one information that is given is regarding L and J, right? J was to the immediate right of L and they are on different sofas. So J was to the immediate right of L. J was to the immediate right of L and they are sitting on different sofas. Now based on this arrangement, where can I place J and L? There is adjacent sofas, I need 2 adjacent spaces. Can't place them anywhere here, right? Here only they can place. J is to the right of L. So if this is L, right of L, this is going to be J. Now if I place these 2 here, then what will happen? Then it is given that I and O are on different sofas, that is already used. Okay, G is sitting second to the right of H. So where can G and H come? See, G and H can't come here. G is sitting second to the right of H. Here, right? G and H can come here. That is basically one person in between should be the case. So nowhere else that is like that. So G is sitting second to the right of H means this has to be H. G is sitting second to the right of H. Yes, that is also done. Now next who are we left with? X was third to the right of P. So X was third to the right of P means if this is P, X was third to the right. Yeah, this can be X, correct? P is facing inwards, this is the right hand side. This can be X. And this will finally be the last person whom we have not used, this will be V. So let us see if, okay, we have got an arrangement here, let us see if this satisfies everything. Okay, what is given? There are 2 persons on each sofa. Z is third to the left of O, satisfied. O and K are seated with a gap of 1 person, satisfied. W was to the immediate left of M. W was to the immediate left of M, satisfied. Okay, I am just writing here, left is this is right. Okay, then N and U are on the same sofa, correct, and there are 2 people between M and U, correct. J was to the immediate right of L, correct, and they were on different sofas, that's also correct. Y was neighboring I's and O's sofa. Yes, Y is neighboring I's sofa and O's sofa. I and O are on different sofas. G is second to the right of H. Yes, that's correct. G is second to the, yeah, correct. X is third to the right of P. X is third to the right of P. Correct. And I and Z are not on the same sofa. I and Z are not on the same sofa. W is second to the right of Y. Correct. P is not seated with M. Correct. Z and Y are neither on the same sofa nor on neighboring sofas. That is also correct. Yes. So this seems to be correct, right? There doesn't seem to be a mistake here. G, H, have I placed them correctly? G is sitting second to the right of H. Yeah, G is sitting second to the right of H. So this seems to be the correct one. It is satisfying all the cases. Now if we are going with this case, now you have to try out two possibilities. First possibility is put K here, then solve, put K here and then solve. And then only we will be able to find out what the correct answer will be. Yes, I think it's too much of a complicated one. In the examination, I don't think this is a good question to be trying. Yes, you shouldn't be trying such questions in the examination. At least not in the beginning. You can keep it towards the end and see. But I think this is the arrangement that we get. Sai Manikanta, yes, my arrangement and your arrangement does match. But except for you have written O, G are sitting on one sofa. I am getting H and O are sitting on one sofa. Just see that whether this is correct. Otherwise, I think everything else, the arrangement seems to match. Alright, so it's clear. I am not going to try out these two arrangements since this seems to satisfy everything. Let's go with this as the answer for the question. If you try this out, definitely there will be some error that comes. You will not be able to place some people and obviously it will go wrong. It has to go wrong. So, shall I move on to the next question? Swati, is it clear the way we approach the question? Or any of you getting any different arrangement, you think this is wrong somewhere, any issue, let me know. Otherwise, I will, yes. Sai Manikanta says H is second to the left of G. G is second to the right of H. See, it is given G was second to the right of H. So if I put this is H, right? This is I am H sitting inside. So this is my right. G is second to the right of H. Yes, H is second to the left of G means if this is G, second to the left of G is left is this side, na? This is correct. That way it is correct only. Yeah. So Sugita has also got the arrangement now. She says LP, UN, VM, WY, YG, OH, K, Z and XJ. Yes, Sugita has got the answer matching to mine. Good. So let us move on to the next question. Sai, it is given the other way around. Just read the question correctly. So moving on to the next question. The question was posted by Vidya. So let's try out this question. A water tank is 2/5 filled. Pipe A can fill the empty part of the tank in 10 minutes and pipe B can empty it in 6 minutes. If both the pipes are open, how long will it take to empty or fill the tank? Okay, so Power Star said I made a mistake while taking Y as neighboring I and O so far. Okay, so that's what in such questions, no, the starting point is very, very crucial. See, if we if we had started with Z and O in that question, in the beginning itself we would have had so many possibilities, and then we will get stuck. So starting point is very important, and such questions, no, keep it towards the end in the examination. No point in trying it out in the beginning and wasting your time. So how will you solve this question posted by Vidya? A water tank is 2/5 filled. Okay, pipe A can fill the empty part of the tank in 10 minutes. So there is a water tank. It is filled, 2/5 of the tank is filled. So how much is empty? 3/5 of the tank is empty. And it is said that this pipe A, right, this pipe A can fill 3/5 of the tank in 10 minutes. Or I can say, in how many minutes will the pipe fill the full tank? If I had to see 3/5 of the tank, pipe A can fill in 10 minutes. Or I can say that A could have filled the full tank. Like if the tank was fully empty, A could have filled the full tank in how many minutes? 50/3 minutes. Right, from beginning, if from 0, if from here if A is filling, A will fill the tank in 50/3 minutes. Or I can say 3/5 of the tank it is filling in 10 minutes. Now similarly, what are they saying? And B can empty it in 6 minutes. See here, the part that we have that is not very clearly mentioned is A is a water tank is 2/5 filled. A can fill this empty part in 10 minutes and B can empty it in 6 minutes. So what are they trying to say? They are trying to say that this 3/5 of the tank, right, this part B can empty in 6 minutes. See, it is not clearly mentioned which part B can empty in 6 minutes. So let us assume here, since nothing is given and they are talking about pipe A can fill the empty part of the tank in 10 minutes and pipe B can empty it in 6 minutes. So this it means what? That has to be, if they had given it clearly in the question, it would have been easier for us to understand and solve the question. Since it is not given, I am going to assume that pipe A can fill the empty part of the tank, 3/5 of the tank, right? Pipe A can fill 3/5 of the tank in 10 minutes and pipe B can empty this 3/5 of the tank in 6 minutes, right? So pipe B is an emptying pipe. So I am going to take it as pipe B can empty 3/5 of the tank in 6 minutes, right? It's emptying. It can empty 3/5 of the tank in 6 minutes. So it is emptying, right? So minus work in 6 minutes. So the full tank, if I say B has to empty the full tank, how long will it take to empty the full tank? 3/5 of the tank it can empty in 6 minutes, right? Or the full tank it can empty in how many minutes? 6 into 5/3, or it can empty it in 10 minutes, correct? 3/5 of the tank in 6 minutes, so the full tank can be emptied in 10 minutes. So I can say that A is able to fill the tank in 50/3 minutes by working alone and B is able to empty the full tank in 10 minutes. Now what is the question? If both the pipes are open, how long will it take to empty or fill the tank? So now if both the pipes are open, then what will happen? A can do 3/50th of the work in 1 minute and B will do 1/10. So put together, how long will they empty or fill the tank? So basically the tank will be empty, correct? So 3 minus 5/50. So minus 1/25, or I can say in 25 minutes. Correct? In 25 minutes, the tank will be empty. Both of them together, if they are working in an empty tank, the tank will be empty. Correct? I think it should have been more, if they had mentioned here more clearly, then we also have clarity, because here we are not very sure, right? B can empty it in 6 minutes means, are they saying that B can empty the full tank in 6 minutes, or are they saying that B can empty 2/5 of the tank in 6 minutes? That's not explicitly given, but since they are saying pipe A can fill the empty part of the tank in 10 minutes and pipe B can empty it, so they might be referring to this empty part of the tank only, which is 3/5 of the tank. So I have taken it like that. Even if you had given the options, Vidya, I think it would have been more helpful for us to understand what they are trying to say and go about solving it that way. But I have assumed it like this for now and solved. Yes, so like you said, Vidya, it's not very clear as to what they are asking, right, based on what is given here. So for now I have assumed here, again they have given both the pipes are open, how long will it take to empty or fill the tank. So I am assuming that they have just given a tank, Both pipes are open. How long will it take to empty or fill the tank? These are some conditions that they have given. I have solved it like that. But again, if you had given the options, it would have been far more easier for us to understand what they are actually trying to say. So if the question was like full tank, see if this was the case, full tank, it is emptying in 25 minutes, correct? So, so now here I have assumed full tank case. Now if it was 3/5 full, then accordingly you can get the answer. So if the options are there, it would have been far more easier for us to decide and solve. Yes, but I hope you understand the way to approach the question. Yes, like see Power Star says if the full tank is in 25 minutes, 3/5 of the tank means then it will be 15 minutes. So likewise, based on the options you can decide, and moreover I feel here it should have been little more clear. If it was clear, then it would have been easier for us also to understand what is exactly asked. Great. So with that we are coming to an end of the questions chosen for the session. So I hope all the questions that we did were clear to all of you. So anything that you would like to say, and then we can wind up the session. So Vidya says for the previous question, ma'am, even I was confused with the term it. Definitely Vidya, it should have been more clear. Yeah, the question cannot be ambiguous like this in examinations, right? They should clearly mention what they are trying to say. So we will take it like that, and we have solved it for now like that. But don't worry, in the examination, it should be, the questions, the clarity will be there. They would not give us such ambiguous questions. Great. So that is it from us for now. So all the very best with your preparation. Keep practicing more and more questions. So one small tip I thought I will give you before I wind up the session. Since this is a doubt clarification session, a lot of you ask your doubts, right? And we are solving your doubts here. So whenever you have some really difficult questions, like complex questions, like let us say the sofa problem that we did today. So sometimes, during the day when you are solving the question, our mind will be occupied with so many things, right? Our mind will not be clear, you might not get the answer. So when you have such complex questions to solve, try solving it early in the morning. As soon as you wake up, after you have your cup of coffee, if you have time, sit down and try such difficult questions many times. The questions which you couldn't solve previously, which are difficult, you will find it very easy to solve. So generally in the morning, right, after we wake up, our mind and our brain will be fresh, and you will be able to understand or get logic very easily. So try it out and see, and let me know if you are able to solve questions which you couldn't solve previously. So it has worked quite a lot of time for me, so I thought I will share it with you as well. And on that note, we will end this session, and I will see you in the next session. And this is Gayatri signing off till then. Take care. Bye-bye. Good night. Not good night. Bye-bye. I'm so used to having sessions in the evening that I always say a good night. So good afternoon. Bye.